Alrighty, we're in the quarry part of the area that I was talking about. This is where the service trails stop being taken care of. As we walk up here, you'll notice the sides of these trails just covered in scotch broom. At some point, they just start growing up the trail, which suggests there's no vehicles traveling up this road anymore. It's a fairly safe place for me to walk because it was built for road cars and whatnot. You can see that there's like tons of rocks keeping this road in place, as it were. You start seeing evidence that they're not traveling up here to look at this place very much any longer. A lot of these trees have Douglas root rot going on. I don't know if they're giving up on them or if they'll clear them to keep it from spreading, or if it's just too late and it's already spread. Anyways, I just wanted to show you. This is the area in which we're going to start bushwhacking. Love and slack from someone named Zach. So this trail hasn't been used in a grip. I remember being here 5 years ago and it was about the same condition. If I remember correctly, it was actually less walkable. Over there, I'll show you some pictures after I'm done talking about it, is a little forest pond for us. It looks like it's frozen over, collecting snow, which is pretty cool. But as we continue here, you can tell no vehicles have been back here. There is evidence that people are back here cutting stuff, but I think it's to deter people like me from walking back here, so they block the road and whatnot, and I'll show you. It gets not easily traversable eventually. Yeah, you can see where the ice stops. Right there. Here's some of the photos I was talking about that I said I'd show you guys when I was done talking about it. I don't think I was done talking about it, but I still just wanted to show you guys these photos. Anyway, showing you the beautiful places out here. I might come back and take a picture of that when I'm heading back this direction, or the opposite direction I'm heading. So it's right around here that it gets like bushwhacky. He loves it. He loves being a trail dog. As you can see, there's little snow collecting back here. We're not at too high elevations. We're up in hills that are rocky, but I call them mountains because of the rockiness sometimes, and I'll laugh at myself. Green Mountain is the highest elevation there is on Kitsap Peninsula, and it's at like 1,800 feet. Olympics get up to a mile and a half tall instead of just a quarter mile. Anyways, as you can see, good old King is leading the way as a trail dog, showing me good paths to take. It's part of having a companion like him, as it'll show you how to get through areas. Since we're here, let's talk about all this invasive scotch broom. There's still native plants all around, but scotch broom is pervasive and seeds prolifically, but it also doesn't necessarily survive too much abuse. These scotch broom plants are dead for reasons I don't know why. But as we're walking back here, the trail will eventually clear out. These trees were cut and put in the way. There are no signs telling me not to walk back here, so I'm taking liberties with that. I have motivation to walk back here and explore. See, trees cut. But I do have motivation to walk back here and explore, so I will. And then once we get through this little snafu, it clears up again. Come on, Bubba. Where you at? I'm not going down there, buddy. Not yet. That's the long way to the pond. It's a lot farther away over in that direction. And there's another tiny little pond up here that's really cute. It might be frozen and gathering snow too. Let's check it out. Whew. So these were old forest roads. You can see that they divide that way and that way. Yeah, this isn't frozen. And it's not collecting snow. I'm wondering if it needs to be bigger or if the ground is insulating the water somehow. Something's keeping it from freezing. Anyways, this is a tiny little pond that I like. I'm going to take the right-handed path as far up as I can go. From what I can see, it's fairly clear beyond this pickup stick mess. Or at least that's what my brain is telling me. Let's go check it out. And this is what I was referring to as bushwhacking. Making sure I step in appropriate places so I'm not killing salal or harming local indigenous plants. King just showed me that if I scooch down here, whoops, I might be able to sneak past here. Let's check it out. So yeah, this is kind of intense. He's waiting for me like a good boy. Let's see. So I don't know if that's a trail kept by humans or game, but let's walk further up and see what it does. Good boy. Whew. It's good for the soul, and it gives me good exercise. He doesn't always take the simplest path. This is, might look like Scotch broom, but this is pink huckleberry bushes, so I'm very careful of these guys. During the winter, they lose their leaves. And if you notice, the Scotch broom is shaped more like that, where these guys have close to a perpendicular sprouting for their twigs and whatnot. They produce delicious red berries. I've made preserves from before and intend to do again this summer. Like I said, they're delicious. So yeah, see, this is Scotch broom. It doesn't lose its leaves, and it branches more at a 45-degree angle rather than like a 70 or 80. And this would be the huckleberry bush, no leaves, and well, not consistently branching at 80 or whatever degree angle that is. But it's a lot less cute than the Scotch broom. Hey, wait up, Bubba. Your enthusiasm is noted. And I see the trail is still traversable. You gotta watch out going under stuff like this so you don't get crushed. Oh. Watch out when going over logs. Up on Mount Rose, I jumped over a log and clipped my knee on a branch that was sticking out. And it happened to impair my ability to hike back down the mountain to the point where I was favoring one leg and I exhausted myself. So I think I'm going to try. See, ooh, check it out. Someone's up here doing this too. I think the company doesn't want us to head too far up here. He sees what I see, and he's hiking where I want to hike. He's a good boy. Good boy! Now, I don't know if that's solid ground he's walking on. Love and slack from someone named Zach. We're gonna keep heading in the woods. If I find a ample clearing or something like that, I'll show you guys and talk about it with you. Until then, see you later. Alrighty, so we've been bushwhacking it for a bit. We're now at another fork in the road. That looks a lot less traversable than that. So now I'm going to take the left-handed path underneath that fallen fir? Looks like a fir tree. But it's gorgeous up here. Not too many people hike up here. You don't see, I mean, there's Devil's Club, swordfin fern, western hemlock, abundance of alder, water loving trees. It's a bunch of ponds and stuff like that. If you go over here, you'll notice a bunch of water loving plants over whatever that is. Kind of look like they grow like they remind me of a heath, but I don't think they're heather or heath. But they're beautiful and red. Doggo thinks we're going to try to go that way. There's a bunch of swordfin fern in the way. So instead of messing up the trail that way, I'm going to head that direction. And if I see anything noteworthy, come on, Bubba. If I see anything noteworthy, I'll make another note. Come on, Bub. Where you at? There you are. He's an enthusiastic pup. If you're doing things like this, and I don't suggest you do, make sure you're not trespassing, which there were no signs that say do not enter and any of that stuff. And I'm on a private tree farm. They will post signs where you're not supposed to go. They have like a quarry site where they have fencing and saying do not enter. And I suppose if they didn't want you to enter here, they would be more blatant than making those, cutting trees down and making ponji sticks. Anyways, I'm excited because I'm going to see how much farther up we can go this way. Elevation wise, that looks like it goes up another good 3, 4, maybe even 500 feet. Nah, not 500, probably like 200 to 300. And see if this wraps around it, and if there's a scene up top, you can see some tree breaks. Let me see if I zoom in and show you. There's tree breaks, and so that might mean there's a deforested area on the other side. I'll be able to scope out where I'm at, and as always, love and slack from someone named Zach. Alrighty, so I lost the old forest road. I know where I'm at. I'm just not gonna traverse further. If I wanted to go at higher elevations, I'd walk that way. But I came from that direction where all the green is, right above my fingertip. So I'm heading back down that way. I'm gonna see if I can get me and King back safely down to the car. This was my bushwhacking adventure. I did it for maybe half a mile, maybe a mile at most. Also, like I said, there's no one's gonna mark private property as far as it being outside of Uland Tree Farm, out in the middle of nowhere. And the gambit I don't want to run is hiking on someone's property and getting run off at gunpoint or something like that. So don't do these kind of things unless you're certain of where you're going or what you're doing. Let me do it and show you the adventures I go on. It's starting to snow heavier, so I'm going to head back down to the car. I appreciate every one of you tuning in. If you like these kind of videos, please, on the YouTube, like and subscribe. On Facebook or Instagram, follow Project Eden. And if you have any questions under these posts, ask them. In regards to that, love and slack from someone named Zach.